Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Spice. Today we are at the next topic, that is the theoretical Rook Endgames, and we are at the next position of our topic. We have got a position which is very similar to the lesson 421 where we discussed the concept of the Kasparian position, means when the two pawns can be held by the rook. So rook and two pawns versus rook positions are going on. Today we have got one pawn for white here, but actually it's not just related to that pawn. Knowing the Kasparian position is very important here. White has 4 candidate moves in order to attack these pawns or stop these pawns. There is rook b6, there is rook a4, there is kd3 and kd2. Once the king settles on b3, then black will not be able to win the game. Let's look at the most obvious, rook b6. Idea is simple, a2 cannot be played because rook b4 is checked and next move the rook goes behind the first pawn. But here black has a brilliant move. He has the very strong rook f4. Not only does the rook support the pawn, but after e takes f4, it's a brilliant decoy. Now rook b4 will not be checked, and after the move a2, we see that white will be compelled to go rook a6, when after b3, kd2, b2, the king falls one move short and the pawn prevails. So rook a2 allows b1 and black wins. After kd2, there is the simple king c1 trying to reach b1, but now comes a2, and again the king is unable to reach the b1 or the b2 squares both. Black threatens b3 followed by b2, which is almost unstoppable, and black wins. Similar is the move kd3, when again after rook f2, kc4, rook b2, we have the case of self-propelling pawns. Pawn goes to a2, b3, rook b1 and a1 queens. The king should have been on the c1 square here, but now it's not possible, so black wins again. So finally we have the only move, rook a4, which is quite strong because a2 is stopped and rook into b4 is going to be check next. Here rook f4 is useless because after ef there is no a2 coming up. Black can try to take his king away from the 4th rank, so he can go with the move kg3, but then just rook b4 and after rook a7, rook b1, and rook again settles in front of the first pawn. So rook a4 looks like the main line. We will have to look at the move rook b7 also, and king d2. King d3 is equally good. King is heading to c2 and then b3. King g3, now comes kc2. Simple idea, if king f3 then kb3 and it's drawn. So b3 check, kb1 forcing a2 and now kb2. And finally we reach the position exactly like the Kasparian position in which the e pawn is not there. So that position is also drawn. So because of the knowledge of the Kasparian position, white could draw the game. It should be noted that after e4, black has rook b7, kd2, b3, kc1, b2 check, kb1, and the good move rook b3. Fantastic square for the rook. a3 is protected. Next move will be rook c3 followed by rook c1, if required rook a1, and the b pawn wins with a check. Thus only because of the knowledge of the Kasparian position, white could relate to it and hold the game. I hope you will find the lesson useful and instructive. Thanks for your time.